Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Spectral Moon of Liberation. This is Jacob Rhythmic Dragon from the Foundation for the Law of Time, here to share with you some more of the Star Traveler Synchronicities for the Noos-letter of the Foundation for the Law of Time, number 127. So, as I mentioned, we're moving into the Spectral Moon now, and the Spectral Moon is completely contained within the Gregorian month of May. So the 2nd of May is the first day of the spectral moon, and the 29th of May is the last day of the spectral moon. So when you're in the spectral moon in May, you have like a 1 day, every day is 1 day off. In other words, the first day of the spectral moon is the 2nd day of May. So you always have this kind of aphasic synchronization throughout the whole moon, where each day is 1 day off from each day of the 13 moon calendar is 1 day. The number of the day in the 13 moon calendar is always 1 off from the number of the day in the Gregorian calendar. So that's like that every single year. And another thing that's interesting for every year in the spectral moon is that so the first day of this moon is White Galactic Wizard. And if you recall, we are in the White Magnetic Wizard year. And if you look back 5 moons, you'll see that that was the rhythmic moon. And that moon, the first day of it was also White Wizard. So what you had was the first day of the magnetic moon of this year was White Magnetic Wizard. And then you had the first day of the rhythmic moon was White Wizard. And the first day of the spectral moon, this moon that we're going into, is also White Wizard. This is a pattern known as an overtone pulsar, a connection between the points in a 13-tone cycle, a 13-tone wave spell, where you're connecting all the numbers that have the same number of dots within a 13-day cycle. So let me see if I can get a visual for you here. Yeah, here we go. So, yes. Actually, on page 259 of your Star Traveler's 13 Moon Almanac of Synchronicity, there's a pattern here, that graphic that shows you the overtone pulsars, and the lines there are just showing you each different pulsar. So you see up there at the top where it says 4D, that's with the 1 dot, the magnetic tone, and it connects down to the one-dimensional point on the tone 6, a bar and 1 dot. Remember, dot bar notation, a dot is 1 and a bar is 5. So you have 1 dot, a bar and 1 dot, and then over here you have 2 bars and 1 dot for the spectral moon, or the spectral tone. So in this case, the spectral moon of the 13 moon year connects with the rhythmic and magnetic moons, in that it's always going to be the same solar seal that begins it. And actually, every single moon is like that. It will connect that way through the overtone pulsars. So any moon, any grouping of overtone pulsars, any grouping of moons within one overtone pulsar will always start with the same solar seal. So it'll always have the same solar seals within the whole 28-day cycle of the moon. So feel free to look carefully at your 13 moon calendar, lawoftime.org/free calendar. You can download one, or lawoftime.org/synchronicity, and you can study, moons 1, 6, and 11 and see what I'm talking about there. So that's just by way of welcoming you again to the spectral moon of liberation. Seems very appropriate for what we are all no doubt navigating together during this time. As you recall, last moon we were asking, how can I perfect what I do? And we had the 3 wave spells within that moon of the dragon nurturing, the wizard timelessness, and the blue hand healing. So let's see what we're moving into now in this spectral moon of liberation with the totem animal of the snake. Let's see if we can ask ourselves the question, how can I release and let go? We can shed that old crusty skin and move into this moon and see what's going to be here. So this moon, as always in every moon, there are 3 wave spells represented. So in this moon, the first 6 days are the last, the first 6 days of this moon are the last 6 days of the blue hand healing wave spell. And that concludes on Limi 6 of the moon, that's May 7th. And then the next day, of course, will begin the yellow sun wave spell of enlightenment, universal fire, or life. And that's a 13-day sequence. That whole 13-day wave spell is included in this moon and concludes on Kin 52, yellow cosmic human. So that day will be the Alpha 19 of the spectral moon and May 20th on the Gregorian calendar. So that concludes the yellow sun wave spell. Then the final wave spell on this moon is the red Skywalker wave spell of space, wakefulness, and exploring. So that wave spell, in this moon, we have the first 9 days of that wave spell, beginning on Limi 20 of the 13 moon calendar and the 21st of May. So in this moon, spectral moon of liberation, we ask ourselves, how can I release and let go? And we have the 3 wave spell energies of blue hand healing, yellow sun, life, and red Skywalker, wakefulness. So I think these are also a great grouping of wave spells for this spectral moon of liberation, and considering what we're all navigating here with our isolation and lockdowns and all that, and the profound opportunity we have to reflect, release, and let go. So those are the wave spells for this moon. Now, the other energies I like to share with you guys are the galactic activation portals. And this moon has 5 galactic activation portals. The first one is on day 6 of this moon. It's the Kin 39 Blue Cosmic Storm. Blue Cosmic Storm, that's the conclusion of the Blue Hand Wave spell. The next galactic portal day is going to be Kin 43 Blue Self-Existing Night, a galactic activation portal. And one I always like to remember is the galactic signature of both Nikola Tesla and someone who's maybe a little less well-known, Charles Henry. And Jose Arguelles' doctoral dissertation is a book called Charles Henry and the Formulation of a Psychophysical Aesthetic, where he looks into the work of Charles Henry in terms of the senses and dynamizing of the senses and inhibition of the senses. And it's a very fascinating contemplation. So if you haven't read that, check out that book. It's kind of tough to find. Probably Amazon, you can find it. Charles Henry and the Formulation of a Psychophysical Aesthetic. So anyway, that's our second galactic portal, the blue self-existing night, the self-existing abundance. This is followed, the next 2 galactic portals are 2 days in a row, where you have the white spectral dog followed by the blue crystal monkey. And that's on days 17 and 18 of this moon. And it's going to be the 18th and 19th of Gregorian May. So remember, in the 13 moon calendar, it's days 17 and 18, where we're going to have the galactic portal of the white spectral dog and the galactic portal of the blue crystal monkey. So the final galactic portal in this moon is on the final week, and it's the very center of the final week. It's white rhythmic mirror. White rhythmic mirror is going to be on Kali 25 on May 26th. So those are the 5 galactic activation portal energies we have for this month: the blue cosmic storm, blue self-existing night, white spectral dog, blue crystal monkey, and white rhythmic mirror. Very interesting. They're all blue and white seals. So keep your eyes out for those patterns and just take note of them and see what you see. Another significant cycle that's happening in this moon is we are completing, if you recall, a couple moons ago, we began the white dog 65-day cycle of love, the season of love, the dog season, also known as the white galactic spectrum. So that cycle is concluding this moon. It concludes on the 21st day of this moon, Celio 21, on Kin 54, white lunar wizard. That's going to be May 22nd. And on our calendar, that's shown to be a new moon. So that's very cool that the galactic season is concluding on a new moon. The next day will begin the blue eagle season, the blue western season of vision, the blue galactic spectrum. That begins on blue electric eagle. So it's a new 65-day cycle of vision. That's going to begin on Dolly 22, Kin 55, blue electric eagle, on the 23rd of May in the Gregorian calendar. Last but not least, I like to touch on the Pakal Votan clear signs for this moon. You can learn more about these at lawoftime.org/clear signs, CLEARSIGNS. And these, the clear signs that are in this moon are the first day of the yellow sun wave spell, yellow magnetic sun. And then that's in the first week. That's going to be on Celio 7 of the moon. And then the remaining Pakal Votan clear signs in this moon are on the 4th week. And there's 3 of them. There's the red overtone earth, kin 57, followed by kin 58, the white rhythmic mirror. So white rhythmic mirror is not only our last galactic portal, but it's also a Pakal Votan clear sign. That actually signifies the death or disincarnation date of the Mayan time traveler Pakal Votan. So the last galactic portal, incidentally, this moon is going to be kin 60, yellow galactic sun, and that's the galactic signature of Pakal Votan, or the date of his birth. So in this moon you have his disincarnation signature and his incarnation signature. So this spectral serpent moon seems to be very powerfully coded with plenty of galactic portals and Pakal Votan clear signs, which are very intimately connected to Pakal Votan himself, which of course is kind of the time-traveling agent, in large part responsible that these codes are even here and we're even able to think about them and talk about them. So that's about it for our Spectral Moon of Liberation. Let's just review one more time the wave spells within the context of the moon, where we ask ourselves, how can I release and let go? And within that, we have the 3 wave spells of the blue hand healing, the yellow sun of life, the sun will shine again, and the red Skywalker, exploring space. Which brings me to one point I forgot to mention. The red Skywalker wave spell is also the first wave spell in a new 52-day cycle. So within the 260-day spin, there are 5 52-day castles. Kin 1 to 52 is the first castle. So kin 53, the red magnetic Skywalker, begins the red Skywalker wave spell, but also begins the white northern castle of crossing. It's known as the court of death, where we refine the warrior. So we can refine our inner warrior, perhaps confront the death fear aspect that we all need to work with throughout this life, of course. It's something that we all will eventually confront. So it's a great opportunity for us to collectivize our efforts in supporting each other in overcoming that death fear and refining that inner warrior in each of us. So I wish you guys all the best for this Spectral Moon of Liberation, and I'll see you guys next moon. Hello again. I forgot to mention something to you. If you're watching this video, you've probably actually seen the Noos-letter of the Foundation for the Law of Time, that we are announcing the pre-orders for the upcoming Almanac, the Star Traveler's 13 Moon Almanac for the blue lunar storm year. I highly suggest pre-ordering these now to ensure that you get those by the start of the new 13 moon calendar year, which begins on July 26th. So put in your pre-orders now so we can get you all lined up and ensure the delivery of it to you before the new year begins. It should be a very interesting moving into our blue lunar storm year. So put your order in now, and we'll see you next time.